Hello, Creative Gems. Welcome back to Creativity. And if you're new here, I'm so glad you stopped by. Today, I've got some solar garden sticks to help us create lighting for the home, all without any electrical wiring. I'll show you 9 unique and beautiful ways to incorporate them into your home decor so that they become both functional and beautiful. For our first home decor piece, we have a round mirror that has no frame, but we're going to be decorating it and transforming it into the base for a solar powered table lamp. Here I am placing the silver napkin ring directly onto the center of the mirror using some hot glue to secure it. I have placed it upright and I'm using some hot glue to adhere it to the mirror. You can find these round mirrors as well as the cute silver napkin rings, which actually comes in a 6-pack from the Dollar Tree. But if you can't find them at your local Dollar Tree, don't worry. In the description box down below, I have curated a list of dollar store alternative options that you can purchase online because I understand not everyone has access to a Dollar Tree. Next, we're going to take a bunch of medium-sized silver ornament balls and cover the mirror with them. These ornament balls have a mirror-like finish, so it will give the table lamp we're making a more high-end look. To adhere them to the mirror, I'm using a bit of hot glue, and you may notice that I didn't even bother removing the caps off the ornament balls. That is intentional as I'm using the caps to anchor them directly to the mirror. And while we work on that, I would like to take a moment to thank you for tuning in to today's craft project. If you enjoy glam home decor and DIY crafts on a budget, it would help me greatly if you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my glam home decor DIYs. And if you like what you see today, please give me a thumbs up as well. Your support will really help me continue providing you with more amazing and creative craft tutorials. And the best part is, subscribing and giving me a thumbs up is absolutely free, but will make a world of difference to me and my channel. And what I also wanted to share with you is that after the first level of balls, I realized that I wanted our lamp to have some legs, so I actually hot glued some clear crystal doorknobs to the bottom of the mirror. Ideally, you would figure this out on the onset and build the legs in right at the beginning. So now that I have 2 levels of ornament balls built out, I'm going to go back in and stack 2 more napkin ring holders in the center. And once that's done, I'll continue with a 3rd level of ornament balls. And here I'm filling in the gaps with some clear diamond-shaped gems as well. Of course, this step is optional, but if you know me by now, I always say the more bling, the better. And now with 3 levels of balls built out, I'm going to go in with 1 more napkin ring holder in the center. And now we can turn our attention to the solar garden stick. I'm taking a black one and I have started embellishing it with some blingy gems, and now I'm going to go back in again with some rhinestone ribbon. This rhinestone ribbon is available from my Amazon store and you'll find the link for it down below in the description box. I love working with this ribbon because it is self-adhesive, very flexible, and can be cut to size. And look how pretty it is. And here's the final look for our Glam solar powered table lamp. I think this table lamp is so cute, and without any cords or electrical wiring, this lamp is very portable and you can move it from room to room depending on where you need to use the lamp. The little crystal doorknob legs I added at the bottom also gives the table lamp a very upscaled look that I absolutely love. Comment down below with the word solar stick and let me know what you think of this table lamp. Okay, now for our next project, we're going to take these bamboo rings and make a second table lamp. I can't wait to show you what it looks like because this lamp is going to be both glam and modern in design. First, I embellished each ring with the same rhinestone ribbon as we used earlier. I covered both the outer and inner part of each ring, and you'll notice that for the sides of the rings I painted it metallic silver just so you don't see the original wood coloring. Next, we're going to take a small square bowl from the Dollar Tree and place it upside down onto our table surface. These bowls come in a set of 4 and I absolutely love crafting with them because of the mirror-like finish. We're going to be gluing down each of the bamboo rings to the center of the square bowl, and the rings will be placed perpendicular to each other. Then with the top of a solar garden stick, we're going to position it to the center with some hot glue. You'll notice that I adorned the solar garden light with the same rhinestone ribbon so the lamp has a cohesive design. Once the glue has dried, the lamp is complete, and here's the final look for our second solar powered table lamp. During the day, the solar light recharges itself from the natural sunlight in the house, and then after dark, the lamp lights up, giving a beautiful glow. And now for our next craft project, I have this green foam wreath form that I ended up spray painting metallic silver, but I wasn't really liking the finish on the foam piece, so I decided to go back in with some white textured paint. And when I say textured, what I mean is I added some glitter straight into the white paint and mixed it up to a chunky consistency. And now all I'm doing is layering the paint glitter mixture onto the silver painted wreath form. You can see the texture on the foam wreath form, and it's actually the finish that I was going for. I ended up leaving about 2 to 3 inches at the base of the wreath without covering it up with the paint glitter mixture. As a design element, I'm going to go back in and add some silver crystal ribbon on either side. And you'll notice that I created a small hole as well. Using the base from a plastic wine glass from the Dollar Tree, we're going to stick that into the hole so we can stand up the wreath form onto the base. Next, I'm adorning the bottom of the wreath form with some silver leaves. This is actually leftover from the holidays that I thought would look very pretty. Of course, if you don't have any, don't worry, this embellishment is optional. And truth be known, for me, this embellishment is just another subtle way for me to add a little Christmas to my home decor all year round, right? Now we turn our attention to another solar garden stick. Once again, I'm adorning it with the same self-adhesive rhinestone ribbon we used earlier. And once that's done, simply stick the solar light into the center base of the wreath form. And here's the final look for our second solar powered lamp. I love the glow that it gives off and think it would be great as mood lighting if placed as a centerpiece of a tiny table. I'm curious to know if you guys would use this year round or only around the holidays. Comment down below with the word solar stick and let me know. With our next craft project, we're going to make yet another table lamp. I have taken 2 round frame mirrors. I found these at the Dollar Tree. We're going to adhere the 2 mirrors together back to back. But before we do that, we'll take a solar garden stick and place the bottom of the stick to the sides of the 2 mirrors. We'll need to use a pencil to mark it off as we're going to be going in with a soldering tool to cut open a hole the size of the solar garden stick. Here you can see I've got a semicircle shaped out already for one mirror, and now I'm going back in to do the same thing for the second mirror. Once both are done, we'll want to adhere the 2 mirrors together back to back with some Fix-All as well as some hot glue. The Fix-All will provide a long-lasting secure hold, while the hot glue will provide near instant hold, so we don't have to wait to finish our table lamp. When you're ready to put the 2 mirrors back to back, make sure you line up the semicircles so they form one round hole. And then to bling out the front and back of the mirrors, I applied a couple of rows of the same rhinestone ribbon we used earlier. Next, we'll take one of those silver napkin rings from earlier and adhere it to the top of the set of the frames where we created the round hole. I'm using a little bit of hot glue to make sure the napkin ring stays in place. This will become the top of our lamp. And as long as you apply the hot glue inside the napkin ring, you won't need to worry if it gets a little messy because no one is going to see it once we're done making the lamp. And for the base, we're going to turn the set of mirrors over and place another silver napkin ring directly across. This will become a short neck for the table lamp that attaches to the base, and the base will be taken from a plastic wine glass just like we did when we made the wreath table lamp earlier. And now we're going to go back in with some more self-adhesive rhinestone ribbon just to cover up the seams between the 2 mirrors. This is a small detail, but it will give our table lamp a more finished and high-end look. I'm even going to go back in to add more embellishments to the frame by using up some silver pearl ribbon. With each embellishment I adorn onto this table lamp, I feel like it continues to make the table lamp look even more high-end. Now with all the hot glue we used, I want to clean off those pesky hot glue strings. For that, I have a really neat and easy hack. All you need is a dry paintbrush and gather the hot glue strings around the hairs of the paintbrush. I typically use a sweeping motion, but sometimes if the glue strings are long, I'll twirl the paintbrush until I remove all the glue strings. And here's the final look for our solar powered table lamp. You'll see I inserted a solar garden stick straight into the napkin ring at the top. The gems and rhinestone ribbon I applied to the top of the solar light gives a cohesive look to the rest of the lamp as it matches the embellishments we used on the framed mirrors. Once again, there's no electrical wiring and no cords to deal with, so this table lamp can also be used in different parts of the house by simply taking it from room to room. Now on to our next craft project. We're going to transform this wired pencil holder into a chandelier lamp. And I know you've never seen one of these lamps before because the design for this next lamp is truly one of a kind and very unique. The first thing I did was find an old candle holder I found at a yard sale, and I freshened up the look with a new coat of paint. The original candle holder was gold, and now we have made it silver, which will match the pencil holder. But it's not just silver paint I used, I added a bit of silver glitter to the paint as well. Then I have these crystal clusters I made out of silver plastic spoons. I snapped the round parts of the spoon off and covered them with some clear round flat back gems. What we're going to do now is affix these crystal clusters onto the candle holder we just painted. I'm positioning each vertically until the entire candle holder is covered. Next, we're going to take some hanging crystal garlands like these and hang them onto the rim of the silver metallic pencil holder. These crystal garlands are separated by jump rings so you can create longer or shorter garlands. The idea is that the pencil holder will become the lampshade for the table lamp. And this step of the process might be a bit tedious and hard on your fingers, so take breaks if you need to. I'll fast forward this part of the project so that we can continue with the next step. So the next step is to place a small glass bowl on top of the candle holder, something that is about 2 inches tall. In the center of the bowl, I'm going to position the top of the solar garden light to it. Here I'm using two-sided tape that is extremely strong, but if you prefer, you could also use hot glue instead. Once everything is secured in place, you can rest the lamp shade on top. Notice how the pencil holder is not actually sitting on top of the solar light, as that would completely prevent the solar panels from recharging the solar lamp. Rather, the glass bowl that we placed on top of the candle holder is where the pencil holder is sitting on, which creates a gap big enough for the solar panel to recharge during the day using natural sunlight. And then when it gets dark, the solar light will automatically kick in to illuminate your space. As a finishing touch for the lampshade, I'm going to place a small crystal piece I made using a diamond-shaped acrylic gem that I adhere to the opening of a silver cap from an ornament ball. This is a homemade knob, but if you already have a crystal doorknob that you're not using, you can use that instead. The knob will allow us to easily grasp the lampshade and remove it so we can expose more of the solar panels and recharge it faster during the day. And here's what our solar powered chandelier lamp looks like. I promised you this would be a unique one of a kind lamp, and I'm pretty sure I delivered. Who would have thought that a dollar store pencil holder could be transformed into such a beautiful, fully functional lamp? Comment down below with the word solar lamp and let me know what you think. And with that said, let's continue with our next project. This time we're going to make a very short solar lamp using a few different dollar store plastic bowls. For one of the bowls, I'm using some hot glue to apply a string of silver beaded necklace all around the outer edge of the bowl. When we're done, we're going to test it out to see if we can balance a second bowl on top. And here's what I was going for, and I think it worked out great. Now, you're probably wondering, why are we doing this? I'll show you in a sec, but for now, we're going to remove the top bowl and turn the first bowl upside down and lay it onto our table surface. Then we'll take a small square bowl like this one from the Dollar Tree and apply some hot glue to the bottom. These small square bowls come in a set of 4 and I absolutely love the mirror-like finish on them. Now we're going to sit the bowl on the bottom of the plastic bowl. The square bowl will become the base of our lamp, and if you want, you can embellish the square bowl further like me or leave it as is. For my lamp, I'm going to add some clear round gem stickers to line the outer edge of the square bowl. It's a small detail, but I know it's going to look very pretty. Now we're going to take another solar garden stick and remove the stick part, leaving just the light itself. We're going to make a hole on the bottom of the second bowl so we can fit the solar light through. Here I'm just drawing out the shape with a white marker, and then I'll go ahead and cut out the hole off camera using a soldering tool. And here's the hole. It's not perfect, but it just needs to be big enough to slip the solar light through like so. And here's the final look for our short solar table lamp. I've tossed some clear acrylic diamond shaped gems inside and nestled a small battery operated LED candle in it as well. This lamp now has a dual purpose, acting as both a solar powered lamp as well as a candle holder. How neat and unique is that? And here's what the lamp looks like after dark. The camera is probably not doing a great job picking up the sparkles as the light hits the gems on the bottom of the bowl, but it looks so pretty. Comment down below with the word solar lamp and let me know what you think. For our next craft project, it's going to be very simple and very quick. All you will need is a few glass candle holders. Mine are from the Dollar Tree, but I found budget-friendly similar ones, which you can purchase from my Amazon store link located in the description box. Here I'm stacking two glass candle holders together using a strong adhesive. Either E6000 or Fix-All will do the job. Make sure you leave the candle holders for a few hours or preferably overnight to allow the glue to fully cure. Here I'm going to go ahead and make two sets. And to make our glass candle holders taller, I'm also going to balance each set on top of a small round glass bowl turned upside down. It's now the next day and the glue has fully cured, so now I'm going back in to add some glass gems inside the base of the top candle holder. This step is optional, but will add some visual interest and weightiness to the candle holders. Once filled, stack one more candle holder on top and wait for the glue to fully cure. The last step is to take a solar garden stick and remove the stick, leaving just the solar light. Sit it inside the mouth of the top candle holder and that's it. Instead of using a taper candle with the glass candle holders, we now have solar power candlesticks. How neat is that? Look how pretty the shadows are that are cast from the solar garden light, and the candle holders are so tall and regal looking. I think they would be perfect to place on a fireplace mantle or on a coffee table. Comment down below with the word solar stick and let me know if you would try this out. And now on to our next solar garden stick craft. We'll need a square or rectangular piece of foam to be the base of a tall table lamp that we'll be making. We're going to create a hole in the center of the foam piece the exact size of a solar garden stick. Make sure your foam piece is the hard kind because anything soft will not be able to hold the solar garden stick straight up. You can see here I'm using a level to make sure the stick stands straight up. Once you have the stick inserted, secure it with some hot glue to ensure it does not move around or topple over. Next, we're going to twist off the light at the top and attach another solar garden stick to it. Then we're going to embellish the sticks with some silver diamond wrap. If you don't have any of this diamond wrap, I have seen these occasionally at the Dollar Tree, but failing that, you can grab some from my Amazon store using the link down below in the description box. Alternatively, you can use whatever embellishments you already have on hand or leave the stick as is. Next, we're going to need to cover up the foam base. I have chosen to use these mini mirror sheets I found at Dollarama. Again, if you can't find these at your local dollar store, you can always refer to my curated list of dollar store alternatives provided in the description box. What I like about crafting with these mini mirror tiles is that they're self-adhesive, so no additional glue is required. Now, if your mini mirror tiles are not the right size, you may be left with some gaps, but don't worry about that. You can always cover the gaps with other types of ribbon or embellishments like I have. And as you can see here, I'm sticking to the silver theme for this lamp. At the top of the lamp, we're going to make a lampshade using another clear plastic bowl from the Dollar Tree. Just like the previous lamp, we'll need to create a hole in the center base of the bowl so we can attach it to the top of the solar garden stick. We'll use a soldering tool to create a hole, but make sure after you use the soldering tool that you unplug it to avoid any accidents, as the tool tends to get extremely hot. Here you can see I have already inserted the top of the solar stick into the bowl, and now I'm adorning a string of silver beaded necklace along the outer rim of the opening of the bowl. A little bit of hot glue around the rim is all we need. This is what the lamp should look like so far. Next, we're going to take an identical clear plastic bowl and create a hole in the center base of that one as well. The hole should be just big enough to allow us to slip the solar light through. When the hole is big enough, slip the solar light through so that it is suspended with the solar panels facing downwards. It doesn't look very pretty right now, but we're adding some embellishments to cover the stem on top. I'll also build out a little knob using a silver Christmas ornament ball. Now the top is ready to be placed onto the rest of the lamp with the second bowl we just finished working on sitting on top of the first one. And here's the final look for our tall solar powered table lamp. The cover can be easily lifted off to access the solar panels to recharge them via natural sunlight, and it can be put back on as the day nears darkness. The lamp gives off a beautiful ambient glow in the evening, perfect for a console table or nightstand. Comment down below with the word solar stick and let me know what you think of this lamp. In the meantime, we have one more craft project to complete. We're going to combine a solar garden stick with this dollar store round frame mirror to make a wall sconce. This round frame used to be blacked, but I went ahead and used a chrome marker to paint it, and now the frame matches the dollar store solar garden stick. If you want to order one of these amazing chrome pen markers that I used, I'll leave a link to it down below in the description box. The next step is to use the frame mirror as a template to cut a piece of foam board that will be placed to the back of the framed mirror. You'll want to trim the piece of foam board so that it is slightly smaller than the size of the frame itself, so that none of the foam board sticks out when looking at the frame mirror from the side. Once you have the foam board cut to size, hot glue it to the back of the frame mirror and then hot glue the black placemat onto the foam board. This black placemat has a beautiful web-like design which will look beautiful as a backdrop to our wall sconce. Once the mirror is adhered to the placemat, double check to make sure everything is secure. If necessary, add some additional hot glue to give some extra reinforcement between the mirror and the placemat. Then turn the placemat over so that the mirror is facing upwards. We're going to embellish the placemat. I added a string of silver beaded necklace to create a border around the frame mirror, and now we're going back in with some clear diamond shaped gems. There is no rule on how to distribute the gems. Simply place them where you think they will look the prettiest. Once you have determined your design, go ahead and hot glue the gems to the placemat. Next, I'm removing the gem from a curtain tie that I'm not using, and we're going to hot glue it to the end of our solar garden stick. I really think this little detail that we're adding to the solar garden stick will add an additional design element that will really upscale our wall sconce. Now the solar garden stick is ready to be adhered to the mirror. You can use a bit of E6000 or Fix-All for a long-lasting hold, but I'm also adding some hot glue so everything adheres immediately. And here's the final look for our final solar garden stick craft project of the day. This wall sconce is hung onto the wall with a nail and hook. It's extremely lightweight, and the solar garden stick gives off a really nice bright illumination in our hallway after dark. And the great thing about this wall sconce, as well as the other ones I featured today, is that they only cost a few dollars to make and they're all one of a kind. Comment down below with the word solar stick and let me know which solar powered lighting you enjoyed the most from today's tutorial. In the meantime, I hope you stick around and check out some of my other beautiful glam home decor crafts.